A very personal look at what it's like to be an egg donor. To some, it may seem like easy money, but the process is invasive, risky, and raises ethical questions when so-called premier candidates can command up to 6 figures for their donation. ABC's Abby Boudreau brings us inside the competitive, sometimes lucrative marketplace.
I'm gonna have my 11-day ultrasound.
33-year-old Wendy Garish has been here just about every day for the past week.
Let's look at the right ovary first. The black circles are the follicles.
Wendy is not pregnant. She's donating her eggs for $20,000. Donor eggs are in high demand, allowing attractive, intelligent women like Wendy to command big fees for their desirable genes.
This looks fantastic.
Yay, good job, ovaries.
She's a tall brunette acupuncturist with a graduate degree. This is her 7th donation.
What's it like to have your eggs in such high demand?
Pretty awesome. I feel pretty valuable. Okay, I'm a good procreator.
She has 11 biological children all over the world. One is her own.
What inspired you to want to do this?
My way of being rewarded is to give. One day I just decided, yeah, I want to do that, and I want to help a family have children.
There's Wendy.
Oh, there she is.
There's lovely Wendy. That was the first picture I ever saw of her, and I said, oh, she looks so wonderful.
Shelley Smith runs a Los Angeles-based egg agency called the Egg Donor Program, where she pairs hopeful parents desperate to have children with beautiful, accomplished women like Wendy, willing to help them have the baby of their dreams for a price.
This is my Harvard grad right here.
There's a careful screening process. Only 5% make the cut.
The premier donors get a little bit higher fee, and it's usually based on higher education, great SAT scores. Invariably, when we put up a really beautiful donor who's also probably smart and has other qualities, we get calls immediately. I call it the feeding frenzy. Is she pretty smart?
Mm-hmm. It's a lucrative, competitive industry. Some donors commanding as much as $50,000 for their eggs, sparking controversy over how much is too much.
The highest fee that any of our donors have gotten was in 6 figures from a family.
Meaning $100,000, $200,000, $100,000.
$100,000.
That goes straight to the donor.
Straight to the donor.
Ethical guidelines set by the American Society of Reproductive Medicine say compensating a donor more than $10,000 is not appropriate. Fertility specialist Dr. Eric Wydra agrees.
We worry that they're exposing themselves to risk just because the price is right. And we worry that that creates additional incentives to maybe be untruthful about their history or unrealistic about their expectations of going through treatment.
Shelley's agency and many like hers have their reasons for not following the guidelines.
Why not have a cap?
Doctors don't have a cap. Agencies certainly make money at it. Why do the donors have to have a certain amount that's right for them to get paid when nobody else has any kind of cap?
What do you say to critics who think that this is borderline unethical, that this is all about designer babies?
I don't think these are designer babies. If you think about it, when you pick someone to marry, you're picking the genetics for your child as well. Why can't you kind of look for those qualities in an egg donor who's going to help you build your family?
I'm going to do my 2 injections tonight.
But for the well-compensated donors, there is a physical price. Donating eggs can be a long, painful, risky process.
Sometimes it feels like I need 5 hands to do all of this.
During the next 15 days, Wendy will take a cocktail of medications designed to boost the number of eggs that the doctor can extract at one time.
What do you say to people who think that you're not really donating eggs, but you're selling your eggs?
You're dedicating months of your time, sacrificing part of yourself, your body. It's work.
One of the things that I always get with the fertility medications is migraine headaches. Getting pretty bad right now.
Wendy visits her doctor almost daily to ensure she doesn't have a bad reaction to the medication.
Day 8 of my medication. At this point in the process, you really start to feel your ovaries because they're growing. At least 2, 3, 4 times their size.
When the day comes to have her eggs removed, she's put under general anesthesia.
There's always that little bit of risk.
Just a few more minutes. You look beautiful, Jody. Success.
This difficult process can be a lifeline, giving many women their only shot at getting pregnant. Michelle Bader got married at 43 and immediately started trying for a family.
I'm thinking, I'm getting pregnant on my honeymoon. Like,
Let's do
of course, that's what happens.
But you didn't.
Did not. And I didn't the month after or the month after.
She visited multiple fertility doctors and tried IVF with her own eggs, but still wasn't able to conceive.
Emotionally, at that point, what was it like?
I lost a lot of tears. I was depressed. I turned inward.
Michelle didn't realize that getting pregnant at her age would be so hard. By age 40, women only have a 2 to 5% chance of having a baby naturally.
The media doesn't tell you, and the actors or actresses that have their kids later in life, they don't tell you that they had donor eggs. So I guess you see it and it's around you and you think, well, if they can, I can.
At what point did you realize that having an egg donor was going to be your solution?
I went to everyone and did everything that somebody recommended in order to help me get a baby. I did it all. And at some point you're just like, I want a baby more than I want my own DNA. I want to be a mom. And that's when you say, I think I need to do the egg donor route.
Michelle says once she accepted it, the process of finding a donor consumed her.
And then all of a sudden I'd be like looking on the street going, she could be my egg donor. She could be my egg donor. She looks like me. She's 20.
What were some of the things that you were looking for in a donor?
I wanted somebody that was similar to me. Medical history was important to me too.
After scouring agencies for different donors, she says she found the right match at an agency in Beverly Hills.
It's like I was dating online. I said, let's try all of these places and let's see what we get. And really early on, I saw a girl that spoke to me. Like she just had these angelic, beautiful features, and I'm like, that's her.
Michelle finally got pregnant. She says she paid $7,000 to the donor and another $7,500 to the agency who matched them. Adding in the doctor and legal fees, she says she paid more than $20,000.
Was it worth it?
For sure, every cent. I don't think about all that anymore.
Michelle gave birth to twins, Rosie and Asher, thanks to that egg donor at the age of 45.
The moment when the nurse brings the babies over to you and you hold them in your arms for that first time, what's that like?
I'm a mom. I'm finally a mom. Like it happens. I'm going to say, that's my son. That's my daughter. Somebody is going to call me mom. Do you like them when they're cooked or do you like them when they're raw like this?
Raw like that.
Michelle doesn't want to fuel the misconceptions about conceiving children later in life.
If people say to me, oh, you were 46 when you had these kids? I'd be like, yeah, I had egg donor, because I feel like I have to justify it in some way or explain it to them. What are you cleaning? If I could help somebody out their story or be comfortable with their situation, then I want to help that. It doesn't need to be taboo.
How grateful are you for this egg donor?
She for sure is my angel. I mean, she made it possible. These girls that do this, they made it possible for our dreams to be reality. One day.
For Nightline, I'm Abby Boudreau in Los Angeles.